Hi everyone, Sophie here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to take you through a super short yoga flow. This is my go-to yoga flow whenever I don't have enough time for a longer practice and I just need a little bit of a move around, a little bit of a stretch into the body. This is my go-to flow. So if you're following along with the playlist, we're going to hit play together in 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to be starting in a child's pose today, so taking those knees nice and wide as the mat as if you can even. Untucking the toes, softening the bum back towards the heels as you reach those fingers forward. Forehead on the earth here. And as you arrive, just check in. Really notice how your body's feeling today. Notice what you need. Attention for this short, stretchy practice together. Also, maybe finding a bit of compassion, a bit of kindness, thanking yourself for showing up, even if it's for a few minutes. When you're ready, we're going to tuck our chin towards our chest, rock through the spine. So round the back body, tuck chin towards the chest as you drag those fingertips towards the knees. We'll then take the hands behind those glutes, press down to lift up, really crack open that heart center. Maybe drop the head back if that feels good for you. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, release. We're going to slide those fingertips forward. Make sure those knees shuffle under the hips. Come up onto the pads of the fingertips. Inhale, we lift and lengthen, open through the chest. And then exhale, Anahatasana, melting heart pose. So forehead finds the mat here, tailbone nice and high. Feeling all that lovely space grow down both sides of the body. And puppy is one of my favorite postures because it helps to create spaces between all the rib cage, all those intercostal muscles, making way for our 360 breath. On your next inhale, gaze forward, lift and lengthen. On your exhale, thread that right arm underneath the left armpit, right cheek to the earth. So a little thread the needle here, really pressing down onto that right shoulder. Breathing deeply around the circumference of the lungs here, we take one final inhale. On your exhale, left hand underneath the left shoulder, press down to lift up, open twist, gaze towards those lifted fingertips. And then exhale, come to a tabletop position, so shoulders in line with the wrists, hips over knees. Take a little cat-cow, reset the spine. And then sliding back into that puppy dog position, tailbone nice and high as we inhale. Exhale to release. Inhale, ripple forward, lift and lengthen, gaze is lifted. And this time our left hand comes underneath our right armpit. So really pressing down onto that left shoulder, creating space around the back of the body. Deep inhale here. Exhale, we slide that right hand underneath the right shoulder, press down to lift up, open twist, gaze to those lifted fingertips, and then exhale, tabletop position, little cat-cow just to reset our spine. And then we're going to tuck our toes, send the tailbone nice and high, soften chest towards the thighs, downward facing dog. So you can softly bend the knees here, really lift that tailbone high, spread the fingers wide. And sometimes it feels good just to find stillness here, and sometimes it feels good to pedal out through those feet. Find space in the back of the body as you soften and you release here. Maybe release a sigh, a yawn, a clearing breath. And then together we're going to gaze forward. At the end of our next exhale, take as many teeny tiny steps as you like to come to find a ragdoll, a forward fold at the top of the mat. So taking hold of opposite elbows, softly swaying from left to right, letting that head hang heavy. Together we're going to release the bind. Rise fingertips to the shins, look forward, flat back. And then exhale to fold. Root to rise, ripple up through the spine, gather all that new energy for the rest of your day, either side of your body. Lightly touch the palms and then float it all the way down, forward fold. Inhale as we look forward, lengthen, fingertips to shins, flat back. And then exhale, hands to the earth. We're going to take a huge step back with that left foot even. Drop that left knee down, untuck back toes. Press down to lift up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. And we're going to be here for 3 breaths. So option to stay here, option to take hold of opposite elbows, opening through that chest, or option to tuck those back toes in, catch a little bind here, turning this into a quad stretch. Now, this is one of my go-tos. My quads are always stiff, no matter how much yoga I've been doing, no matter how much relaxing or rushing around, I always find I feel stiff in my quads, so this is definitely a go-to stretch for me. So breathing, nice deep breaths. If you're there with me, feeling all those juicy sensations down the front of the leg. Final inhale here. Exhale, softly release the bind. Try not to let that leg ping. Come to frame that front foot. Shuffle right toes forward. On your exhale, peel back, half split. So flexing those right toes towards the face, just have a little wiggle from left to right. We're then going to move through those 2 motions like a wave. Inhale, we lift and lengthen, open through the chest. Exhale to release. Inhale, we lift and lengthen, open through that heart center. And then exhale to release. Final time, we lift and lengthen, open through the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, flip the palms, melt the chest towards the thigh. This time, patting those hands forward to frame the front foot. Press down through the left hand. Tuck back toes, lift back knees. You rotate through the center of the spine, easy twist. And deep inhale here. On your exhale, right hand inside right foot, heel toe, right foot to the outer edge of the mat. Little active lizard here. So just rock backwards and forwards, side to side. Listen to the music. Close your eyes. Not worrying too much about how it looks. Concentrating on how it feels. And then when you're ready, we're going to build a little bit of momentum. So rocking backwards and forwards. Eventually seeing if we can step our left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sink the bum down. Malasana squat. So elbows pressing into those knees. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale. Send the tailbone nice and high. Heel to the feet, hips width. Inhale, we lift and lengthen, long neck. Exhale to bow. Root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, rippling up through the spine. Lightly touch the palms, and then exhale, let's melt that chest all the way down again. Inhale, fingertips to shins, we look forward, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth. This time, take a huge step back with that right foot. Lower that right knee down, untuck those back toes, press down to lift up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So lifting up and out of those hips, again, those options, maybe catch the reverse bind of those elbows, maybe tucking those back toes in, finding that little quad stretch. Wherever you are, breathing space into those areas that feel a little sticky. Final inhale. Exhale, re-release the bind. Come to frame that front foot. On your next exhale, peel back, half split. So drawing left hip back, right hip forward here. Little wiggle of those left toes. And then as if we're moving through honey, just moving through those 2 motions. So inhale, we lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, release. Final time, we lift and lengthen. Neck is nice and long. Exhale, we release. This time, pat those hands forward to frame the front foot. Press down through the right hand. Tuck back toes, lift back knee. Peel up through the spine, easy twist. Rotate through the center of the spine. Deep inhale here. Exhale, left hand inside left foot. Heel toe, left foot to the outer edge of the mat. Little active lizard again, rocking backwards and forwards, opening out into those hips. Final breath here, again building that momentum. On your next exhale, can you find that transition, stepping right foot outside the right hand, down, hands to center. And I find it nice from side to side. We're then going to send the palm nice and high. Heel toe, big toes into touch. Squeeze the thighs together as you sink the bum down. Find a little toe stand. So hands to heart center, lift and lengthen. Interlace the fingers, thumbs across. We'll send those index fingers high to the sky for our Kali Mudra. And then reach those fingertips forward, peep open the knees. Sit the bum down. We're going to come into a little seated figure 4. So extending that right foot high. You may need to lift yourself up a little. Place that right foot on the left thigh this time. And I find it handy to rotate the palms here. Maybe have a little wiggle, massage into those glutes. And then when you're ready, we're going to place that right foot to the earth. Come to find a seated twist. So keeping that bind. Wiggle around a bit so you can reach down through the sit bones. Right hand on the earth, left arm lifts high to the sky. And then exhale, hug or hook to twist. So really rotating through the center of the spine, allowing the gaze to softly follow. Deep inhale here. On your exhale, counter twist, decompress that spine, unravel. And then we're going to untangle those feet. Just give the legs a little shake for a moment. And then coming into that figure 4 on the opposite side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Left foot to right thigh this time, seated figure 4. And you may notice that one side feels much more open than the other, and that's perfectly normal. This side being much tighter for me. When you're ready, letting that left foot find the earth. Wiggling around so you can reach down through the sit bones. Our left hand is on the ground. Inhale, right arm rises. On your exhale, hug or hook to twist. So rotate through the center of the spine, gazing towards the back of the space. Final inhale. On your exhale, counter twist. Decompress that spine. Head hangs heavy. We're then going to untangle those legs, finish off with a wide-legged forward bend. So taking the legs nice and wide here. So this can be a super uncomfortable forward fold. If forward fold's on your thing, option to sit on a block. Externally rotating the thighs, flexing toes towards the face. We're going to inhale, lift and lengthen, grow a little taller. And then exhale, come to fold all the way down. Not worrying too much about how far you go here, just having a little wiggle, really opening into those hips. 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, ripple up through the spine. Take the hands behind those glutes, little windshield wipe of those knees from side to side. And then we're just going to close our practice with a little seated meditation. So if you've got that block, option to sit on that block and remove the squishy parts of our bums so we can root down through the sit bones. Crown of the head reaching nice and tall as you roll the shoulders up, back and down. Palms facing up towards the sky, ready to receive whatever it is that you need today. Just taking 5 deep breaths here. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Trying to remain present in this moment for those final 3 deep breaths. Perhaps noticing new space in the body and in the mind. When we come to that final clearing and collective breath on our 5th inhale, we're going to lift those arms high to the sky, lightly touch the palms, and then draw everything into Anjali Mudra, hands to heart center, coming back to that little intention that you set for your short practice together. Together we bring thumbs to third eye, bow chin towards the chest, always in gratitude and always in peace. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.